We're going.
Where you going? You're coming.
It's blooming. No, keep going. It's my goal. I've been let loose on the sort of instructional one, haven't I, Jay?
Yeah, you're going to tell us what to do. And then I'm going to tell you what to really do.
Right, yeah. I'm going to tell you lovely lot what to do, and then Jay, why are you holding your ears, Rich? We're going, is that all right? So I'm going to tell you what to do, then Jay's going to come along and say, Andrew, do it like this, and we're going to get a fish straight away, aren't we?
No, you're not. I trust you with this. You'll be all good.
Oh, cheers, mate. So we are at the beautiful Cudmore Fisheries on the Arena Lake today, where it's sort of like an early season margins where, you know, sort of like the last hour to 90 minutes when you're looking for like bonus fish. Yeah. That's what we're going to be targeting.
Not a big arrival.
No.
It's 2 or 3 bites. Because it's not... Yes, there's venues up and down the country that are a joke and you are catching in that already, of course to that.
Yeah.
But the majority of normal commercials, it's
They're not quite coming on it early enough to warrant going on it, are they? You know what I mean?
No, you're not bagging enough. You're not catching £100 in the edge.
Yeah.
Okay, there is exceptions.
Wait till you see the size of these.
We're fishing for 3 or 4 fish. That's what we want to show you. The negative, you've got £40 out there all day.
Yeah.
That little nice last run in the last... It might be the last 15 minutes, it might be last hour, who
Generally,
knows?
obviously, with carp, it's carp predominantly, obviously. F1's carp that we're after, obviously. Bigger bait, so corn.
Yes.
But it's what you do to, you know, prime it, get the fish there. And obviously, we are going to use a few pellets just to sort of like give it a bit of a boost, you know, kickstart it. But
yeah, talk about that in a minute. Talk about bait in a minute.
60 minutes.
It is. First off, I want to go on.
Go ahead.
Is what you're going to tell us.
Yeah.
Is the areas you target. So it's different to May, June.
Yeah,
once it's warm and coloured.
That's when you want to get in this. You know
tight
what I mean?
as. There's no such thing
2
as
foot
too
and less,
shallow,
well,
is there?
inches, as shallow as you can get, really, and that's
Yeah.
what you want.
Yeah.
But for this time of year, I mean, obviously it's lovely. If you did have reeds and you had the depth on the edge of the reeds, perfect. But I'm going to say as much, it doesn't really matter as long as you've got the depth. It's 3 foot plus that we're after.
Yeah, that 3 foot's the sexy
slope,
depth, isn't it?
ideally it's that slope in it as well.
Yeah, that's the one, isn't it?
3 foot is lovely. For like most carp waters you go, as long as it's on that slope, 3 foot, that's what we're looking for.
I think the slope's the most important bit.
Yeah, it's nice, rock hard. Fish haven't got to go like that, have they, when they're coming into it? Just see the bait and nail it.
It's all clean on a plate. We spoke about this, haven't we, from where Richard's come from, carp fishing.
Yeah.
Big wobbly ones.
He comes from
don't like, you know what I mean? From carpy world, big wobbly ones don't really like flat. So you don't want to be at the bottom of the slope on the flat yet because they're not mooching.
No.
But they are mooching on the slope where they can just put their heads down, eat 1 or 2 particles and carry on the way.
What we're saying for time of day, 2 o'clock onwards, isn't it? That last sort of hour, 90 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, last hour, isn't it?
It's generally when you're going to catch. But before that, I mean, I have this argument all the time. I don't think I've ever had it. Well, it's not an argument, it's a discussion. I don't think I've ever had it with you, though. When I'm coaching, I always say, if there's F1s in a venue, I'll feed me edges from the start because you can catch F1s in the edge.
If they're in that mood, yeah.
If it's carp, I'm leaving it 90 minutes to 2 hours before we even try it.
Yeah, when we're coaching, it's different, isn't it? They can be a lot earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's knowing the venues you go to, innit?
Leaving it a bit later. But as I said, you'd be priming it sort of like bigger baits, like your corner, your meat and pellets, just to attract the fish, and even as much as to attract the smaller fish that will in turn attract the bigger fish. So depth-wise is what we're going for. Now, we're on a slope, which I'll talk you through in a bit, obviously plumbing up-wise. Rigs couldn't be simpler. It's so easy. You know what I mean? Basically, 0.18 main line. We've got 11's Dura slip on. We don't need to like go into proper angry beast mode yet. 11s is what I'd use for F1s as well. It's just a case of walloping into them. And they're not woke up either, have they, this time of year, Jay?
No, they're
you
quite
can just
docile,
ship back in one and give it a few pulls, and generally these big fish are just sort of ready to be netted kind of thing.
Yeah, I'd say this year as well, it's a bit weird. I know yours will be the same. Your elastics are a bit pokier because they're new as well this time of year.
Oh,
so you tend to get away with the lighter ones, don't you?
100%. And I'm new to all the hybridy stuff. Like you've been on it a long time, and what a difference. I don't think I'd ever go back to hollow, but that's another subject.
But yeah, 11's sexy for now. That sort of thing,
beautiful.
Innit?
Just wallop. You get like 15 metres of elastic coming out and just shit back in one, and then just keep stripping your top. You'll see in a bit. Elastic wise, main line 0.18. It's just one of them, irrelevant,
durable.
really.
It's got to be.
You know, it doesn't really matter. 2 number 8s back shots on, sort of halfway. Floats wise, now where in the summer you go a lot heavier to eliminate the line bites. Come on, Jay, lad, get with it, mate. You go heavy to eliminate the line bites. I've just gone on the 412s here, and I've just got strung out shots down below, cheeky, which I'll talk you through in a sec. Wire stem, carbon stem. I'm not going to say it matters. This is a wire stem, but again, doesn't really matter.
No, I'd say carbon's probably more suitable just for durability, innit? But
yeah. But that's that new...
Yeah, that's bendy wire.
That bendy wire doesn't really...
Different.
But, you know, it's one of them.
Yeah, irrelevant. No
I've
finesse.
just got a little babby 11 stot under there just to make sure that float sits nice and low. And then coming down the rig, as I say, I put it to 3 foot. I've just got 5 number 9s shot, spaced evenly apart. We've talked about this a million times, the importance of using shots over stots because they don't move. And then I've just got a 4-inch up length on. It's a 16s to 0.13 GPMB. I think. What are these ones? What are these ones here? What have you done?
I made a poo.
It's put a blooming poo on my hook box. GPMB, yeah. Straight out of the packet, yes, just shut it down, yeah boy. So that's that on. Yes, we go through, let's go through plumbing up. I've got that little bobby pat on that she'll talk through in a sec while we've got that on. So, basically, you want to be fishing, I'm going to say minimum sort of like top kit and free away from you. I mean, obviously, you've got to make sure that you've got the room, but you just want to go like a little bit further away, I think.
Yeah, further away, the happier they are, I think.
Spookier fish than F1, so you just got to get that little, you know what I mean? But obviously, if you've got cover like this, then bang on. But if you haven't, then you know what I mean? It's just all about that depth that we're finding.
Yeah.
We're over this one. So, this is where I'm fishing, so we should be sort of like middle of the body of the float. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
And then obviously when we're laying the rig in, we're going to ship it out that way so it comes back nice and natural, which you'll see in a sec. But you'll see we're on this slope. Yeah? Are you following that, Rich? Ever so gradual, just nipping off. It's lovely. You know what I mean? It's rock hard, but just ever so gradually. I'm going at 8-inch. I'm going to say that word again that I've said before. Increments.
Increments.
You like that?
8-inch increments.
8-inch increments today. I mean, it's hardly. We're just getting down below the bristle there, yeah? So you can see it's just slipping out ever so gradually.
You're on the hard bit there as well, aren't you? No silt.
No silt whatsoever.
Lovely, rock hard. What's it like there, Dan?
Right in the banking, we're a good sort of 8 to 10 inches shallower there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's right in the banking. I mean, if it was warm sort of like springy day, which it was a couple of weeks ago, it might be that they're in there. But generally, because it's really cold at night time, you know, like this through the day, they will be in 3 foot. That's where you want to be. That's where you're going to get the bite.
I think with the dead shallow water, you tend to only want to move to that in the summer to reduce liners. That's why you do it. I mean, you get bites. When you're only getting 1 or 2 visits from 1 or 2 fish, you can fish further up.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? There's not going to be 10 in your peg ever.
No.
There probably won't even be, there might be 2 on an occasion.
Especially the big fish, innit?
Yeah, you're only getting 1, so you don't need to worry about them jostling, do you?
No.
It's just nice. And
feed, especially with carp as well, sort of the particle baits over, you know, sort of your micros. I mean, I love putting the micros in to start off with to give it a kickstart to get fishing, but then I want to cut them out completely and just go with corn.
Because of the depth.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm liking that.
Nice
Massive.
heavy bait. You know, it's just getting them big fish. You're not getting like loads of little babby fish in the peg, sort of like scattering so floats like this all over the place.
Yeah.
Because as I say, like 412, it's not overly heavy, but it's not overly light, it's sort of in between. Whereas obviously if we were coming into shallow water in the summer, I'm waffling again, aren't I? That's when you're being shorter but heavier floats.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But we're not going for that. So I'm going to go it. So we go straight into it, Jay.
Fishing nice, yeah.
Go on, Jay.
So you prepped it with?
I prepped it with. So basically, right, yeah, let me show you this. So basically, I've gone in with approximately 15 minutes ago. I've had some of these 2 meals. I've just gone in with a few of them.
You got normal ones or with off-your ones?
These are normal ones.
I know, but off-your ones.
Just a few of them.
Nice.
Whatever smells the nicest. Yeah, he's on them. Go on, Richard.
But have you fed them loose or in bowl?
Just in loose, just sort of like, because I've dropped them from sort of like 12 inches with a few bits of corn, just so they sort of like go over that area.
Smelly.
And then, my new favourites in the world ever, Jay, I'm loving these 1 meals, mate.
I'm starting to like them.
That you made a poo out of.
I made a poo.
Jamie. So basically, just cover them in water, sort of like 15 minutes, and then you can feed them really accurate. So obviously that's going in a little bowl, it's going to break out in sort of that size, bright yellow piece of corn over that, just stands out. But that's more, you know what I mean, it's one of them, it's brilliant, it's setting traps, but again, it can potentially attract the wrong fish into the peg, you know, like the smaller fish.
You be prepared to cut the micros out very quick in it and just feed a particle, be it corn, meat.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So to start with, I mean, I've not fed any pellets at all for quite a while, so I'm going to go in with a corn. I'm going to loose feed sort of 10 or 12 bits of corn, and I'm going to put a sort of a sprinkle in the micros in, just to sort of like kickstart that peg a little bit again.
I like that. Just to grab one's attention, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I reckon since you fed it 15 minutes ago, you've had a sneaky go, you caught one.
Yeah.
You fed it 15 minutes ago. If that was there, that's gone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, that, because we saw there's something happened down there. I tell you what, that's what we're talking about. The tricky thing with this is, unlike sexy summer fishing.
Fucking the corn?
No, not that.
Is that yellow enough, or is that too yellow, Jay?
Jakey sent me a load the other day, so to the corn connoisseur. Anyway, I was going to say something sensible then. I was going to say, yeah, the thing with margins now,
yeah,
or when you're in 3 foot, that you haven't got that does make them tricky, is that there's nowhere near as many visual aspects to let you know that there's fish there.
I like that.
It's tricky, innit? So you've got to pay attention
You've got to
to
pay
like
attention to what's happening on
your
your
bait
float.
fizzing, other people nailing one short or whatever else.
Yeah.
It's them sort of signs. You're never going to look that up. Most venues, you're not going to be able to see a fish in your peg, are you?
Yeah.
Maybe a colour change, but there's nowhere near as much.
They don't really bow wave out in that depth, would they? You know what I mean? Not
No.
unless they're absolutely massive.
Sexy subtleness in it, and as well because the numbers are so reduced. So it's the one line. I almost don't like it because you do have to fish it to see what's happening. Do you know what I mean? It's very hard to determine what's happening on it without having to go.
It's one of them, obviously, lengthwise as well, cheeky. I reckon, sort of like when you're in that time frame, it's 5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes at the most. If you've not had any like wobbles or indications on your float, I'm coming back and feeding it again. And
Would you top it up where you leave it?
Yeah, definitely. If I don't get any indications again in another 5 minutes, I'm coming off it.
Yeah.
For me, any swim where you've been feeding up for so long, you should get inquiries, shouldn't
Something
you?
should happen quite quick, yeah.
Pretty much.
As long as you got your timing right.
Do you want to see what bait I'm feeding?
Go on.
Is that off? Can you see? So we've got like 10 or a dozen grains of corn in and sort of like, what, 25, 30 micros, something like that. 30 micros maybe, 32 micros in there. 32 micros. Now, we're going to go with this. If we're getting like odd, like funny wobble or anything, or, you know, sort of bow waves off or anything, I'll come straight back, feed it again, but then potentially, well, probably, more than likely, just completely cut them micros out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to mess you right up, but I don't think you will get wobbles. It's
just going to see that pile of bait.
They have it, yeah, because there's no volume, is there? There's nothing down there.
Nothing down there now. So you can see that, actually, I bet Richard's got them. You can see them pellets fizzing there.
Are they?
Oh, that's perfect. So you saw which way, obviously I've shipped the rig in. I'm coming out from the right, the middle of the lake, into the banking. Then it's just a case of putting that bait in and getting your rig right over it.
Is there a curve occurring?
There is a curve occurring there, Jay. And that, it's so important though, mate. And I know we like, well, I take the mick all the time. Bait's on the curve. But it's so important. Basically, I'm looking at my float and I'm looking at my marker all the time.
Yeah.
As long as the back bit's right on your pole where that's going to be sat stationary anyway. It's what's happening in front of you. And how often, like, certainly when we're coaching, Jay, we'll be telling them, like, no, you're not in your marker.
Yeah.
And you look up, like, there'll be a foot off. Even a slight bit of wind.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
Oh, it's nuts.
You have to pay so much attention.
Yeah.
Especially definitely. At this, when you're not against something. Yeah. You've got to look, up to the horizon sort of things to see anything.
Yeah.
It is quite tricky, but you have to be
on
it.
That's wheel about 2 meters. Oh, so that's a liner, because that was dead slow. I'd say that was a line. I'm not striking it there.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
I want it to go. And like the pellets are starting to fizz, so there's definitely one there, folks. So we've just got to wait. I want to strike it like, a million mile an hour bite. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, they don't mess about, do they?
No, definitely. It's just like, gone. That's it, on. Definitely got curvage occurring.
But it is, it's nice and tight. That's the thing, innit? If your rig's wobbling about, then you're not tight to your hook bait.
No.
I love that. With corn's the bestest bait. In the way off down the edge.
Yeah. Because
we've said this loads, haven't we? It is the best anchor ever.
Yeah.
It lays flat, as you can hold it tight against it. It's just...
I bet you catch on pacing, wouldn't you?
Nah, it's not ready for it. It's too cold for dog-proof fishing, isn't it?
It is. But again, another little indication there. So there's definitely one there. And obviously what you've got to think about, folks, obviously the size of the fish as well. Big surface area coming to your peg, it's wafting its fins around, it is going to, sort of like move your float a little bit, but it's striking at the right bites. We, occasionally, and that's the thing as well, you're not generally going to get loads of fish in your peg, but potentially with the size of them, you will get the odd far looker. Ooh. I don't know whether that's goujons or not. We had a gudgeon the other day.
That didn't look halfy, that then.
No.
There's not. It might be the one of the pair of skimmers that live in here.
If we had it where sort of like the body of the float comes out and then it wafts it up, then what I will do is completely reset the rig.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to make sure I am fishing on that nice tight. Cave. Can't be many grains of corn left there now, Jay lad.
No,
you know what I mean?
I want to know what happens. Like you say, you don't know whether they're little fishy wobbles.
And again, that could be them. See how fast that bite was. That's why we stuck on it. Yeah. So wallop, fish is like, what is going on? I only wanted a bit of corn.
It had the new elastic sound then.
Oh, it's so nice. It goes,
dump. Oh, I like the new elastic sound.
Did you get the bite in then, Richard? Oh, come on, mate. But that's what we wanted to get across, wasn't it, Jade? The fact that we left them a few little wobbles, but then only struck at that nice, fast, positive.
Yeah. Do you know what I think as well?
I don't think it's a big one.
Probably because it's time of year's on, they're a bit stupid. So they're a bit hungrier when they are coming to feed.
Yeah.
But as well, they seem less spooky to loiter around. They hang around your pile.
I think this is an F1.
For longer. That is.
It's a big F1.
I swear to God, that must be the only
Honestly,
F1 in
there's
arena.
literally 17 F1s in here, and look at the size of him.
Have you got an F1?
Oh my days. Yeah, but look where he's up, Jake. You're well proud of me. But it shows you.
Any left in here?
Look at the size. I can't even get my mitten round him. He's like
I'm going to
3.5,
catch
4 pounds.
37 of them tomorrow.
That's what size they all are, isn't it?
That's proper.
That is like never ever been caught in the world ever before.
They were, when you won Fisher, what year's that?
2016, so
They
were
got
like,
stock then, so what's that make them? 6-year-old?
Yeah.
And the what now?
They were tiny,
About
wasn't
£4, wasn't it? Five,
Yeah,
4.5 pounds.
Right then, Jamie of the Howes with your white trainies on, you've got 30 seconds to tell us all about the winning ways channel memberships. Go!
Well, we have a basic package, which basically includes a live match every month and also a Q&A where we get to watch you getting drunk and me drinking lots of water and needing a wee very, very
I never
quickly.
drink.
And then we also
10.
have an all-in package where you can pretty much get all of that, plus you get all the back catalogue stuff. And lots more to keep everyone happy.
Got
Lots
10
and lots
seconds.
of
Got
fishing
10
content.
seconds. Go on, keep talking. You got
I
10
thought I
seconds.
only had 10 left, I'm nearly done.
Come on,
It's
keep
just dead
going,
good.
Jay, lad.
It's just dead good. Loads of videos, me informative, him being a bell end. It's amazing.
2, 1, we're going! Back. I'd say that was £3.
£4.5 now.
So, this time I'm gonna try with no pellets this time. We were getting an odd funny bite. It probably could have been that fish though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go in here. Just corn this time.
Just with the corn.
Completely.
What was the babble? Did I talk about that then? That I think
Go
they
on.
stay in the peg for longer this time of year. They're less spooked because there's no volume.
And
It's a more sparsely fed area.
Yeah.
A little bit. So
I
they
like
do
that.
loiter about a bit more. And because of the depth.
And the depth, I was gonna say, it's the depth as well, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
corn. Nice little power out. Bring that float in.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Can't see it now, I haven't got my goggles on.
I know it's hard, that wind's just got up a little bit. But yeah, that's what we're wanting to get across, that keeping that line nice and tight, but not striking at the wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get giddy all the time, I always strike at the wrong blooming bites and far looking, but it's one of them, it's
It's
knowing.
that desperate you are. If you're behind, then you do, you whack anything. But if you're winning, you're a bit more laid back.
And you even know in your own head, don't you?
You
Oh,
do.
it's going slow, it's going slow. Oh, I'm
Don't
gonna
do
strike.
it.
You can't help it.
Definitely,
It might be
definitely.
a bream. Yeah, so I've gone in this time, you lovely lot, and not put any pellets in whatsoever, just put like a dozen grains of corn in. Just to see.
Do you know what I'm going to do now that we're fishing? I'm thinking about it more.
Go on.
I'm going to disagree with something you said.
Oh, Jamie. No, this is what we
With
like. Yeah, go on.
the time you wait for a bite. I think this is one of the very, very few occasions. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't stay on it if I didn't get a bite within 5 minutes and no one else did.
Right, I get you.
But if 1 or 2 people had caught fish down the edge close to me that I felt pegs were similar,
All right, okay.
I might sit there for like 15 minutes this time of year. For a 10 pounder,
Do you think that's because like they've just not reached you yet, or you're doing something different?
there's
to
not
them?
the numbers there.
Right,
You
so
could
that
easily
was
go
what
5
we did.
minutes without a visit.
So there's one there.
Yeah. You're looking at, 5 in an hour, it'd be a mega return on this.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
So you could, 10 minutes in it, 12, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Especially even if the F1s are that blooming size, you don't mind them, do you?
Yeah, well, that was an anomaly, that.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
that should have been a
literally
big wobbly one.
Not hardly any in.
No.
Yeah, well, we know there's one there because we just had a little wobble on the float.
Have you? Has that moved again since you've been in?
Yeah, another little tiny dink. Waiting for it again. Come on. I know that it's one of them. Them pellets do. I think they do draw fishing quicker, but you will get the wrong fish in there as well. 'Cause everything's going to come onto them, like little goujons or skimmers and stuff like that, innit?
Yeah. They stop you striking at bites that are from other little fish.
Yeah.
And they just leave everything alone. It just means everything's there how you want it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than, oh, has it been cleared out? Hasn't it been cleared out?
Yeah. Come on, the fishies.
Hey, he's just got one as well. And I reckon this might be an F1 as well. That sort of size.
One minute.
And that's a little calf, one. Same one, just gone, oh, the hungriest. That'd be me. I'd get caught twice that quick.
Yeah, I'm still hungry. Coming through.
Definitely get nailed that fast. Come on, fishies.
Oh. Again, one there.
It's not nice spectating at this. I like do you know when
Right.
you're driving in the passenger seat and you want to brake? I'm like wanting to strike, and I've not got it. I might have to hold the top gear just to pretend I'm doing something.
I had Joe doing this. Yeah. When the float goes, whenever I see you strike, I'm striking.
It is,
So I know
isn't
what's
it?
what. Doing this the other day, last week, I had the fastest bite in the world. I'm like, yeah, straight on it. A gudgeon just went wee on corn. It was like a massive goose.
Was it in mouth or was it foul locked in the
top
tummy?
lip, mate? Straight in the top lip. Big piece of corn as well.
They jump on them normally, they cuddle them. They do though, don't they? Gudgeon like cuddling corn.
Have it under the pectoral.
They
yeah,
do.
You do far look a gudgeon on corn.
They
don't you?
cuddle corn, telling you.
Quite a lot.
Might look at it like a big mattress, don't they? And just like curl up on it.
So, there's a wobble there. I was going to say, seeing the difference this time, we're eliminating them pellets out.
Yeah,
less indications. I'm gonna go in with that ball them 1 mils next time.
Oh, you just try and focus on them a bit more. I'm liking that because there's probably no pellets left in your peg now.
No,
at all.
There's nothing.
And
there.
if the corn isn't good enough, which sometimes it isn't, sometimes the corn isn't tasty enough.
No, you do need that bit of fish meal going.
They do. Joking aside, they do, don't they? But ground bait, what are you thinking about ground bait?
I don't like feeding ground bait anything over 2 foot, Jay.
No, I'm in your gang.
I just got you don't know what's happening with it. You don't know how many fish have come in and scattered it around everywhere.
On a slope as well. It's a mess, isn't it?
It's gone. It's just wafted everywhere.
Yeah, I think pellets do that as well, but not
they do.
as bad as
But
ground
obviously
bait.
the beauty of that, you can like ball them, so you can like group them a bit together, can't you?
Yeah.
Because they're not going to roll down that slope. You know what I mean? It's one of them. It's not like that slope, is it? It's really, really gradual.
No, nice, very delicate incline, isn't it, that one?
Yeah, I'm going to come back, little ball in, basically like a method feed fish. I do love this style of fishing. A little tiny ball of micros with the corn over it. But you saw it a lot quicker that other time, but we're just getting a few like wrong bites, so.
Well, what was that? Was that a carpy down there then?
No, it was just a swirl, just a random swirl, or as you say, Jay, swell.
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 It was a carp. Swirly.
So, little tiny ball. Oh, we've got some line in that. Little tiny ball, little grape-sized ball, that's all we need. Just basically just setting the trap. I mean, this is more like what we'll be doing in that shallow water when it's warmer, isn't it? But obviously it's one of them. The bait's getting straight down there. You can fish straight over it. It's really accurate. So we're going to lay that rig out. So it's coming back into the shelf. Get that pole marked up right, get over that reed. And then we're just going to sneak that in there and bring that float over it. Yeah, boy. It's going that time, isn't it? Definitely going this time.
It's so good, shiny. Shiny.
Come on, fishies. As regards to so if you weren't getting bites, Jay, would you be tempted to go a bit deeper down the slope a little bit?
No.
Again, you see that there's a fish on that straight away.
Was there?
Yeah.
In today's case, definitely no, because your depth doesn't change enough.
Right.
You can go a metre away and you've got 6 inches from now.
6 inches difference.
They're not going to be in one of them, not the other. If it was a foot increments, very close,
just go a little bit deeper.
Then I would. But it'd have to be. What's happening? So I just all got excited then. I like it when it does that.
Oh, yes.
Starts fizzing.
There's definitely something there over the micros. Come on.
See, that is.
Oh, there we go, Jay, lad.
Oh, he's waved at you and you got him.
You know what I mean? They're just like, you have them little dinks, and then obviously you're just waiting for them. That nice fast bite.
Yeah, man.
And it's like, that's the beauty of that light elastic as well, though. You can just shit back, can't you?
They definitely don't race up. But I like it, me, that because you're in deep water to begin with, they sort of like drop a bit. They don't race off like they sometimes do when you're coming 10 or 12 inch.
Definitely not.
They loiter, don't they?
This business here as well, isn't it?
I'm going to get that way.
Love it. So good. Well, they don't like. Well, they're not woke up, have they?
No.
Generally, the big fish. Oof.
You're big.
Lolloping. Might be a ghosty, this one. No, it'd be on the island if it was a ghosty, wouldn't it? Here he comes. Here he comes.
He's a pretty one.
Come on, the fishies. See what I mean? How quickly you can get them under control like this time of year. It's perfect. You can do a silly weight in a short space of time, can't you?
Well,
with them big ones.
Everything's £5 plus in it.
Yeah.
But it's not a silly weight you're after. It's making the most of the last hour, isn't it?
Yeah, and not rushing them. And again, that comes down to like your gear, making sure you're not rushing them. Yeah. How many times do we see it? Like people rushing the fish and trying to pull the heads off. You're not that time of year yet, is it?
You're not catching 10 in 10 minutes.
No.
It's 8 time.
Oh,
get
that's
in
a pretty one, that, Jay, lad. Wrap round, he's not definitely not foul.
No foul lucky.
Go on.
Very well done, Jim.
Oh,
I couldn't have caught a prettier one myself.
You couldn't actually. Definitely not a chance you could catch a fully scaled male. I'm going to show you lovely like this.
Right, go on, wrap it up with that one.
Yeah, let me just show the lovely lot. Come on, get in the 3 foot. Look at that for a beautiful fish. Lovely, fully scaled mirror. And we'll have him back. But yeah, hopefully you've gained some useful tips from that. And yeah, incorporate into the fishing, innit?
I like that. That was
This time of year.
a very good example of early season margin fishing.